innocent, but why will he do the time? Welcome to Knee Jerk. Andrew Tate, a controversial figure known for his outspoken views on social media, now finds himself at the center of a legal storm. Charged with human trafficking and deceiving women, Tate maintains his innocence, claiming that his actions were only for the sake of online entertainment. But as the evidence against him mounts, the question arises, is Tate really innocent? Or has he crossed a line that he can't come back from? In this video, we delve into the case of Andrew Tate, exploring the allegations against him and the potential consequences of his actions. Brace yourself for a raw and intriguing look at one of the most controversial cases in recent history. The story of Andrew Tate is a cautionary tale about the consequences of pushing boundaries and testing the limits of what is acceptable. Stay tuned as we peel back the layers and uncover the truth behind this gripping case. Let's begin with, who is Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate is a British kickboxer, entrepreneur, and social media personality known for his controversial views and outspoken persona. He first gained notoriety in the early 2010s for his successful kickboxing career, which saw him win multiple world titles. In recent years, however, Tate has become better known for his social media presence, where he frequently shares his opinions on a range of topics, including politics, relationships, and masculinity. While Tate has a large following of fans who appreciate his unapologetic attitude and self-made success, he also has been the subject of controversy due to some of his views and statements. For example, he has been criticized for his comments on women.
Women can't fight. Men are stronger.
Which some have called sexist and objectifying.
100% of the people I've ever had sex with were women. So I love women. I have nothing against women at all. I'm not sexist in any regard. I'm not misogynist either. I'm a realist. Like, I'm a realistic person. As a realist, in the modern world, they're going to call you sexist, misogynist, etc. But I'm none of those things.
In addition, Tate has been accused of promoting conspiracy theories and promoting harmful ideas about mental health and suicide. Now with the charges he's facing, Tate's public image has been further complicated. As we dive deeper into his case, we will explore the allegations against him and the potential consequences of his actions. What is the case on him? Andrew Tate is currently facing charges related to human trafficking and deceiving women. The charges stem from allegations that Tate and his brother Tristan ran an online escort agency called Sugar Daddy, which they used to recruit young women into the sex industry. Prosecutors claim that the Tate brothers promised the women high-paying modeling jobs, but instead coerced them into engaging in sexual acts for money. According to prosecutors, Tate allegedly raped a Moldovan woman twice and then used her as part of a human trafficking operation to make porn for OnlyFans. The woman claims that she was lured to Romania by Tate's brother Tristan, who promised her a modeling job and a serious relationship with Andrew. However, when she arrived in Romania, she was forced to perform sexual acts on camera and was threatened with harm if she didn't comply. The prosecutors also allege that Tate exchanged dozens of translated WhatsApp messages with the Moldovan woman, accusing him of rape, in which he appeared to admit to the assault and attempted to silence her with financial offers. The messages reportedly revealed Tate's efforts to convince the woman to retract her accusations and avoid talking to the police. Another accuser in the case is an American woman who was also lured to Romania by Tristan Tate with promises of a serious relationship with Andrew. The woman claims she was sexually assaulted by Andrew and forced to perform sexual acts on camera for OnlyFans. Prosecutors allege that Andrew and his associates trafficked the women for sexual exploitation and commercial gain. Prosecutors claim that the Tates controlled the woman's earnings, which amounted to tens of thousands of euros, and used the money to finance their lavish lifestyle. In addition to controlling the woman's earnings, Andrew Tate allegedly bragged about starting an X-rated webcam business in the UK with 75 women earning him $600,000 a month. He also claimed that his women were never allowed to go out without him, suggesting that he exercised a high degree of control over their lives.
You don't go to the club with your friends. I don't know what kind of dude is letting his chicks go to the club with her friends without him. No, you stay in the house. You don't go nowhere. You're not, no restaurants, no clubs, nothing.
The charges against Tate are serious and carry the potential for significant jail time if he's found guilty. In addition to the criminal charges, the case has also brought negative attention to Tate's personal brand and raised questions about the ethical implications of his previous statements and behavior. So what does he say? Andrew has maintained his innocence in the face of the charges against him. He's argued that he never intended to harm anyone and that the allegations against him are overblown. My case is not criminal, it's political. It's not about justice or fairness. It's about attacking my influence on the world, read a post that appeared on his Twitter account. Tate has claimed that his actions were all for the sake of online entertainment, stating in a YouTube video, "I've been accused of trafficking women, which is ridiculous. I've never trafficked anyone. Everything I've done has been consensual, and it's all been for the purpose of my social media." Tate has also suggested that the charges against him are part of a larger conspiracy to silence him and his beliefs. He has claimed that he is being targeted by the media and the authorities because he's a vocal critic of political correctness and other mainstream ideas. In a YouTube video, he said, "There's a narrative against men who are successful, who have made something of themselves, who have done something with their lives. It's not just me they're attacking, it's all men who have made something of themselves."
Money and you have geographical and time freedom, you're now genuinely successful.
Another video, he stated, "I'm being targeted because I'm saying things that are not allowed to be said in this day and age. I'm breaking the matrix."
And the reason I call it the Matrix is because a false reality is being projected onto humanity, and they do that by controlling narrative. A world where I don't think the average person realizes how much they are lied to. It's all a lie. It's all a scam. Just go to work, pay your taxes.
And they don't like it. He also stated in a YouTube video that, "I know the truth, and I know that I'm innocent. I've done nothing wrong, and I'm going to fight these charges with everything I have." Tate's lawyer has echoed his client's claims of innocence, arguing that the evidence against Tate is circumstantial and that he has been unfairly targeted by the authorities.
Once even charges are filed, they're presumed innocent. In this case, there's no charges that have even been filed. So to talk about the seriousness of the allegations, of course they're very serious crimes. Nobody disputes that, but there is insufficient evidence that they've committed these crimes.
In an interview with the Daily Mail, Tate's lawyer stated, "The charges against Andrew are based on flimsy evidence and a misguided attempt to criminalize consensual adult relationships. We are confident that he will be cleared of all charges and that his reputation will be restored." However, prosecutors have a different view of the evidence. They claim that Tate and his brother used their escort agency to lure young women into prostitution, and that they were actively involved in the day-to-day operations of the business. In a court hearing, prosecutors stated that the Tate brothers had a profound influence over the women who worked for them and that they had used their powers to exploit vulnerable individuals. The judge in the case has ruled that he and his co-accused must remain in custody because of the particular dangerousness of the defendants. Moreover, some of the evidence that has emerged in this case suggests that Tate may have been more involved in the illegal activities of his escort agency than he has let on. For example, text messages between Tate and his brother appear to show them discussing the logistics of arranging sexual encounters for clients. In one message, Tate asks his brother, "How are the girls?" and Tristan responds, "Busy. LOL, we need more." Prosecutors have argued that this exchange is evidence that the Tate brothers were actively involved in running the escort agency and profiting from the women's exploitation. Apart from that, legal experts have pointed out that Tate's previous statements could potentially be used against him in court. In one of his controversial YouTube videos, he even discussed ways for men to make money by putting women on OnlyFans, which could be seen as evidence of his involvement in the alleged sex trafficking operation. His comments about the platform being the greatest hustle in the world could also be interpreted as evidence of his intent to exploit women on that platform. The lack of evidence. The defense has argued that the allegations against him are false and that he is being unfairly targeted by prosecutors. Firstly, they argue that the prosecution has not presented sufficient evidence to prove his guilt, and that the case against him is based on circumstantial evidence. The prosecution's case is entirely based on conjecture and assumptions. Domenico said, "There is no actual evidence to support these allegations, and we believe that the case against Mr. Tate will ultimately fall apart." In addition, the defense has raised concerns about the credibility of the accusers, citing inconsistencies in their stories and questioning their motivations. In a statement, Tate's brother Tristan stated that these allegations are coming from women who are looking for a quick payday and will say anything to get it. They claim that the accusers have financial incentives to make false accusations against Tate, and that they may have been coached or coerced into making these claims. Tate's defense has also disputed the allegations of sex trafficking, arguing that the women involved were consenting adults who chose to participate in the OnlyFans business. They claim that Tate and his brother were simply facilitating these transactions and that they did not engage in any illegal activities. Moreover, the defense has criticized the media coverage of the case, arguing that it had been sensationalized and biased against Tate. They claim that the media has unfairly portrayed him as a villain, and that this has tainted public perception of him. Finally, Tate's defense has argued that he is being unfairly targeted because of his public persona as a controversial figure. However, legal experts have pointed out that lack of evidence is not a defense in and of itself, and that the prosecution may still have a very strong case against Tate. It remains to be seen how the case will develop and whether the evidence presented by the prosecution will be sufficient to secure a conviction. The bottom line: in the meantime, Tate remains behind bars, and his future is uncertain. The case has sparked widespread controversy and debate, with many people expressing their opinions on social media and in the press. However, there are those who believe that Tate's bold and controversial statements are what have led to his current situation. Some are even speculating that he has been set up by powerful forces who are threatened by his anti-establishment views. Maybe he is innocent, and maybe Tate talking about breaking out of the Matrix is what has led to Tate and his brother being set up. Only time will tell, and the truth will come to light very soon. The case is ongoing, and it remains to be seen how it will play out. Ultimately, the outcome of the case will depend on a variety of factors, including the strength of the evidence presented by the prosecution, the credibility of the accusers, and the skill of the defense team. Whatever happens, it's clear that the case has already had a significant impact on the lives of all those involved. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.